Hello, good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Simon Ward and I'm recording this on Friday, 2 days before the Skipton Triathlon. And I know that a lot of you are nervous about this race, and that's okay because you've probably set yourself something which is a step outside of your comfort zone and a big challenge. And I can understand that. If it's your first ever triathlon, then I understand your nerves. I can remember all the way back 30 years ago to when I did my first one, and I was really nervous. But if you've done all the preparation, then I can tell you that there is absolutely nothing to be worried about. But don't fight the nerves, they're just natural. As soon as you start swimming on Sunday, everything will be okay. However, in order to make sure that everything's okay, I'm going to give you a few last minute tips. Now hopefully you should have done all the training by now. You should have seen the other video that I did about transitions and the little bits that go between swim to bike and bike to run. I'm going to give you some admin stuff now that's going to mean or help you make sure that you don't forget anything on race day. So the simplest way to do this is to create checklists, and actually what I'm going to do is have a couple of checklists that I use posted to the Facebook page so you can download them and use them. But you need to have a timetable for race morning and for race day, and you need to have a checklist of kit. So that checklist of kit, if we go through it quickly, you'll have kit for swimming, you'll have kit for biking, you'll have kit for running. There's also admin stuff that you might need to do. So you're going to need to take your, you might need to take your print off your race entry. You probably need to take some form of identification with you so that when you get there, they'll be able to check that who you are, who you say you are, and you're the person who's entered to do the race. You might even need to print off the directions to get to the race venue if you're not familiar with that. You'll need to take some nutrition. You probably want to take a water bottle to drink before you swim, for sipping on while you're on the bike, maybe an energy bar or an energy gel for the run. There will be post-race clothing and maybe some money for some post-race food, or maybe even your own post-race food. So lots of things you might forget about. Safety pins, take your own. If you're not using a number belt, they probably will have them there, but if you have to wait in a queue for them, it's always best if you have your own. And things like goggles, take spare goggles just in case in your haste to get them on, the strap snaps or you forget them. Take spare kit. It's supposed to be warm on Sunday, but the weather can always change. So take a jacket to wear on the bike just in case it's a little chillier than you expected, or a gilet or something, but not a baggy jacket, something that's going to be quite close fitting and going to be aerodynamic. So that's kit for race day. Make a checklist, check it all off the night before, and then before you set off in the car, double check it again, make sure you've got everything, because you don't want that heart stopping moment when you're halfway to the race and you realise that you've left something important behind. On race morning, I always have a timetable. It starts from the moment I get up and it finishes the moment I start the swim. And you should all have your start times now, so then I work backwards. And there are a series of things that you need to do when you get to the venue, and it's best if you do them in the right order. So it's things like registering, getting your numbers, putting your numbers onto your kit, racking your bike, checking the transition zones and the routes into and out of transition so you know where you're going, making sure you've done a bit of a warm-up, being on pool at the right time, ready for your start. And there are admin tasks that you need to do before you get to the venue. So it's like, what time should you set off? What time should you get up? When are you going to have your breakfast? How long is it going to take you to get to the race? Where are you going to park? How long is it going to take you from the car parking to get down to the venue to do the signing on? All of those things take time, and I would allow a bit more time so you've got plenty of leeway should you get caught in a traffic jam or something happens. Okay, so I will post those two checklists, pre-race checklist, race morning timetable, so you can write your own, and that'll be it. Those things will occupy your mind on the morning of the race, so you will be less worried about what's coming up because you'll be concentrating on the next task. And hopefully then you will be able to stand on the side of the pool at your start time, having ticked off everything on that box and knowing that it's all under control and you've done everything you possibly could to have the race that you wanted, and then be at the finish line. And that's it. When you've done, you'll be a triathlete. All right. I'll be there at the race skin stand. So if you've got anything to ask me before or after the race, come along and find me. And up till then, enjoy Saturday. Don't panic too much. Don't do too much last minute training. It's not going to make any difference to you now. But it will be good to just do a little bit to calm your nerves and have a great weekend. All right. I'll see you at the finish. Bye for now.